money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up. I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I made 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, for Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, baby.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Bulls and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Okay.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. To the right side and complete to Washington. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
12.
To throw is Rivers. Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Thomas, the intended target. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. On second down, here's Penny. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The first down throw here for Rivers. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now back out comes the offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Leaves it for Penny. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. A handoff to Penny, and an alley to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Got it. 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. he's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Wilson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Run left, run left.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
To throw is Wilson. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Rashad Penny, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Switzer now to return. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the 1st quarter. Now it's time for the 2nd quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. on 1st and 10. Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards.
Hey, downtown! Hey!
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Zero. Set 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On 2nd down, it's Bell. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Michael Thomas with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th of the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They go play action here on 1st down. He hits Baldwin right side. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 55 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ed Dixon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And his guys now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down, Rivers. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Hey, Delta! Hey! Zero!
Rivers on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Let's go!
Second down, Rivers. James has got it, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Throwing, Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Rivers. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A give to Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. The give is to Bell. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll go for it with Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 21-14. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Penny, a first down carry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Wilson on second down. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up first and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey! Red! Red! Hey, hurry! Run! 5-4.
Rivers now on second down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
tempo. Spread left, spread left.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On third down, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Gotta go.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baldwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he? Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it'll bring up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw on third down, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit.
Let's get it. 19. Be ready for one word.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Here's Wilson. He can run, and he will have a touchdown. Russell Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw on second down. Rivers dancing to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down throw here for Rivers. And it pops jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
White! All right. Keep it skinny. White! Bring it hot!
Throwing again. Rivers escapes the sack. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Rivers. Washington with a catch, middle of the field. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. To throw is Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wilson now to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. A beautiful spin and room to run. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Let's go get another. Let's go get another. Come on. I'll go special. 19. Gun. 14.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
95.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And Gold is able to put it through. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Rivers. Flushed out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Rocket. 0. 5-4. 80 high.
Rivers to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, Delta! Check. Lucky. Done! Let's go.
Again, it's Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Rivers. He'll rifle this one deep right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. Now Bell. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And Crosby's kick is good. The veteran Mason Crosby comes through like he's done so many times before. And the Steelers have won the game. Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Pittsburgh, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.